So I know this guy who needs a liver. I was a perfect match, but after he did this stupid thing, I told him, you know what? I don't really care if you die. You're not getting this liver. So I'm a 24-year-old male, and my partner's close friend and boss at the mechanic shop needed a liver transplant. They've been on the list for a while and getting nowhere. Lots of us got tested, and I was a match. We were all happy and thrilled at this direction the donation could take. A week before the surgery date, police showed up at our house to arrest my partner as her boss, person who was getting a piece of my liver, and accused her of theft. Claimed she stole thousands from his bank account and stolen cash from the box. The police showed up and they showed us the CCTV in which she reaches into the box, takes money, and walks out of frame. 15 times, 15 days, 15 accusations. The police admitted they had no proof it was theft, and no clue on the amount taken, as she used the box to take custard money and change. The police also said they did not see how she accessed the bank accounts, and that they felt this was some sort of insurance fraud, and they needed a scapegoat. I immediately rang the hospital and my transplant coordinator. I backed out of the surgery. We got on with our lives, partner found a new job, and attended the court date where the case was thrown out 6 months later. A week after the case was dismissed, we got word. Boss has died. No one else has been a match or willing to get tested after news got out, and they never found a match in the transplant system in time. I feel so guilty. I allowed someone to die. Pretty much murdered them. I let pettiness get in the way of saving a life. Partner and friends feel I did the right thing. None of this is on me, and not giving a piece of me to the person possibly putting my partner in prison for a long time. A week before surgery is my choice and the right choice. Bosses, friends, and family have been ringing my phone non-stop, harassing us at our jobs and posting online a lot how I'm a murderer and killed the boss. That I should have given the liver anyways and been a good person. I feel I should have given it, but who bites the hand that feeds? I did not want to get cut open, risk dying and other complications for someone who'd not care about me and mine. But now someone's dead from something I could have probably prevented. I'm conflicted and losing sleep over this. Am I the a-hole for not giving my liver to the person accusing partner of theft, and then they later died? Well, this was definitely a different story than we're used to hearing. My opinion's not the a-hole because, well, I don't think OP was entitled to anything. But let's go ahead and read a couple of the top comments. Not the a-hole, you do not owe anybody your organs. The boss did not care about your family. He did not try to get your partner's side of the story before ringing the police. Report them for harassment if they keep pestering you. Hypothetically, even if your partner was stealing, the boss should have let it go. A transplant is priceless. Guys, actually, I was thinking the same thing. You know what? Let's just pretend for a second she was stealing. Who cares? Her husband's about to give you a freaking organ. I would have been like, you know what? I didn't see a thing. I'll talk to you next week after I have that organ. Anyways, guys, let me know your opinion of this story. Drop it in the comment section. The next story that we're going to look at is titled, Am I the a-hole for using my money won in a lawsuit on my college expenses? Alright, so context. I'm 20 years old, female, and I'm going to school at a university. This is important for context. My mom's not ever really supported the fact I wanted to go to a bigger school as she went to a community college. About 2 years ago, I was in a car accident, and I decided to sue the person responsible for the accident. Damages were over $10,000. Medical bills, $30,000. My vehicle was beyond repair and insurance only offered $1,500 after it was all said and done. I tried everything and I'm left with severe neck and back pain. I also have trouble with strength in my arms and legs. The driver drove drunk, hit me going at an unreasonable amount of speed. It led to my car flipping over multiple times and needing surgery. Recently, we went to court, and although I only asked for $60,000, the judge required him and his insurance company to cough up $150,000 for damages, medical, and as personal relief as well. I just got the first part of the check on Monday, and my mom insisted I give her the entire check, $25,000, so she can have some spending money. Well, after I told her no, I told her I'll be using it for college expenses as I still have 3 years left. She told me I'm not responsible enough to handle that type of money. I explained I'm meeting with an accountant on Friday, and we're going to open up an account specifically for this. I won't touch the money unless I absolutely need to. She still did not like that and called me an a-hole for not giving her the check. Her biggest reason after I talked to my grandma was, quote, "I gave her life. I'm entitled to something." I'm really considering cutting contact with my mother. If she continues to behave this way, I'm just wanting to better my future. Am I the a-hole for this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Well guys, almost everyone in the comment section is saying not the a-hole, not the a-hole. Beep 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 beep. I picked not the a-hole. Let's read the top 2 comments. Not the a-hole, number 1, you're an adult. Number 2, you are the injured party, not her. Number 3, for someone who claims that you're not responsible with money, she wants 25 stacks for spending money? Besides, if you give her any of that money, she'll try to drain you dry. Well, the second comment really wants to lock in on point number 2. I really want to emphasize reason number 2. The damages are to make you whole for the pain and suffering you endured, and continue to endure. For your diminished quality of life, as a practical matter, money cannot really compensate for lost health. But still, your mother has not lost a damn thing. She has no entitlement to a single penny, and guys, I have to say I agree. Let me know your opinion on that in the comment section. Drop it down below, or whatever similar story that you want to share. The final story we're going to look at is a Just Know mother-in-law story. Just Know mother-in-law plans surprise birthday party for dear husband. We plan a vacation that week after finding out. Well, it's been a while since my last post, and this one may be a bit longer. Since my last post about Just Know mother-in-law coming over to visit DD almost 2 years ago, knowing she was possibly exposing to COVID, despite knowing DD is high risk. I'm happy to announce DD and I have been no contact since. DD's health has been amazing, even her pulmonary team are impressed and happy. She's remained healthy and weaned off some medication successfully. Her lung functions are above and beyond, so yay. I started therapy last year and was diagnosed with PTSD due to the PICU incident and a recent health scare, so the last few years was a monster for my mental health. It's been a long road to get my mental health in a positive spot again, but I did it. DH went no contact after his mother threw a fit because he missed her birthday in November last year. She told him she's disappointed he always picks the trash he married over his blood. He immediately decided he wanted nothing to do with her anymore. The reason he missed her birthday? I ended up extremely ill a year ago. It was this month and it lasted until winter. Lost 30 pounds in just 2 weeks due to being unable to eat. Was vomiting blood and bleeding rectally nonstop. Blood pressure in the 180s and 90s, and I became extremely weak. I had to receive fluids daily by IV. My blood was so thick they couldn't even get draws. Doctors were worried it could become some sort of cancer or something major. It was stressful and gut-wrenching dealing with all those what-if moments. Thankfully, the biopsies, scope, and every lab work under the sun all came back saying nothing major. They cannot figure out what happened to me, and they still have no clue. After the right mixture of medications and a lot of tender love and care, I finally put weight back on and was back to becoming myself again by the end of winter. I graduated out of gastro just 2 months ago and don't have to go back until my mid-40s. So, yay. So now we only run into his mother at family functions held by others. Dear husband does not give her more than a short hello when she seeks him out at these events. We just sit with just yes father-in-law and dear husband's siblings, and she sits tables away being miserable and pouting all alone because nobody wants to deal with her. She doesn't give any info about our lives, she doesn't get any photos, she gets nothing. Dear husband does not even answer her rare phone calls or her text messages. When she tries to talk to DD and said functions, DD gives her a funny look every time and asks her dad why is a strange lady talking to her, quickly rushing off to leave, just no mother-in-law embarrassed and furious at the same time. She tries to complain to my dear husband when it happens, but he tells her that's what she gets for being the way she is, and he just walks off. My just yes father-in-law and I get a good chuckle out of it every time. Well, we just went to a function and of course she was there. This time she trapped poor father-in-law at the food table. I could not hear what they were talking about, but I could tell father-in-law was annoyed. He came back and right away told us what was going on. She was demanding money from him to plan dear husband's surprise milestone birthday next summer, which is on a weekend day this year. Father-in-law, knowing everything, told her she can't be planning a party for dear husband and also pointed out that dear husband's birthday also our wedding anniversary. Dear husband picked the date, so it's rude to assume we won't be on vacation or celebrating already. She told father-in-law she was going to do it no matter what, and told him she won't be inviting Miss Thang, aka me, so she could not ask me what dear husband would like for his party and needed him to find out. Dear husband's face twisted in disgust when father-in-law told us, and right away stated he does not want a party thrown by his mother, and if he wanted to celebrate his birthday with anyone other than DD and I, then he would just personally be the one to contact whomever he wanted around on that special day. When we got home, he told me to look into going on a cruise or going out of state for that week, and not to mention it to anyone till the day before we leave. So here I am, pricing out some vacation options. We've never traveled anywhere other than Florida, Maryland, and North Carolina. So any suggestions for exciting destinations that a 7-year-old would enjoy? Drop them in the comment section down below. DD equals dear daughter, DH equals dear husband, just no mother-in-law equals mother-in-law, just yes father-in-law equals father-in-law. Well, before we discuss, they asked at the end a good place for a vacation, and let me just say, almost everyone in the comment section is saying a cruise. So let me know in the comment section. This has nothing to do with the story. I just want to know, where's your favorite vacation destination? Drop yours in the comment below, as I would love to know that. So far, I think mine would be Thailand. I love the culture and the food was amazing. Let's read a couple comments about this story though. I'm so impressed by your husband's shiny spine. It's so refreshing to see. I know some people who went on a European cruise and loved it. I'm not sure what state you're in, but I've really enjoyed going to Maine and the Berkshire Mountains. Okay guys, so it seems no one is really backing mother-in-law, if anyone. Alright, let me know your opinion on this. That's all the content I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and please hit that subscribe button as it helps me out immensely. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.